Have you ever seen any of the True Classic commercials before?
You're a goddamn stud. Thanks, boss.
They're great. They promise to make you look better, be of premium quality, and according to them are
super affordable.
Could this actually be true? Did I just find the best t-shirt of all time? Let's find out right now. So if you've never visited my channel, I like finding products that make life better. And since I wear joggers and t-shirts 99% of the time, anytime I see a t-shirt that looks like it might be the perfect everyday shirt, I'm interested. Basic clothing that fits well, is functional, durable, and looks good. I mean, what more do you want? Their ads appeal to me, especially since I've put on a few pounds over the years, but still carry some muscle. I'm their target audience, and right away, that's what I like about what they're doing. They're trying to create a community of men who might not have the bodies we want or used to have, but are trying to make us feel celebrated anyway. Before I get into whether these shirts are actually awesome or not, let me just first quickly address the fact that the bros in these commercials look great in their shirts, but they're also pretty fit dudes that probably look great in everything they wear too. I'm just saying. You saw how they looked in the shirts. I'll show you how I look in a second. Okay, are these tees actually super affordable? Let's start there. As of right now, these shirts cost $60 US on sale for a 3-pack. Wait, how do they know my size? I'm using a VPN in private mode. How do they know? So they're asking $20 US per shirt. However, it looks like they are regularly $90 for 3. So 30 bucks a shirt? Ugh, right away, this is a huge red flag for me. Like, for example, we have this store in town that's been going out of business for years, right? And as it turns out, they aren't actually going out of business. It's just a cheap marketing trick. It's January 23rd. Why are these on sale right now? Just make it your main price and be confident with that. Look, Lululemon doesn't say regular $200, but on sale for $78. I hate that style of marketing. I know it works, but I hate it. You see that crap on Temu all the time. Get $50 value for 50 cents. What a deal. Is it? So I ended up buying a 3-pack of True Classic shirts for $100 Canadian, which included shipping, etc. I thought the color selections were good, but the ordering process was a little pushy. It's like, you know in the movie A Christmas Story, when Ralphie gets his secret decoder pin, and once it finally arrives and he figures out the message, he realizes it's just an ad to get him to buy more?
A crummy commercial?
That's kind of like what this feels like. It's a bit expensive for a basic tee. However, if the quality is in fact premium and they are durable, I think it's a fair price. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to first talk about what I like with these shirts, then I'll talk about what I don't like, then I'll compare them to all the other shirts I have, and by the end, you'll know whether or not these t-shirts are for you and worth your hard-earned money. The good. And yes, I am wearing a True Classic t-shirt right now. The material does feel quite nice. It's a 60-40 cotton polyester blend. It's very soft and has a good weight to it. It sort of feels like it hangs off you. They do make your traps and arms look bigger by being tighter in those places. So as I mentioned, it drapes off those muscles like a cape to kind of hide your chub a bit. The colors are great. In the fall, winter, I prefer blacks, grays, and blues, and I was able to get a 3-pack of colors I wanted. I appreciate that. And they are less nipply than before. They'll still show off your nipples a bit, but there are t-shirts that are much worse. I feel like the material is a bit different from their old ones, which I did buy years ago. Because of the blend, it has a great flexibility. You can work out or play sports in these shirts, no problem. You could swing a golf club with no hindrance at all to your swing. They're well-rounded for a daily t-shirt. And as far as breathability goes, they're not bad either. I've worn them all day and they feel fine. And again, I think they do an awesome job of hyping you up and making you feel part of the community when you buy these. And I think that's great. Men often don't get to buy products that make us feel more attractive or celebrate our bodies, especially when we put on a few pounds. So I like how they try to make us feel special and celebrated. Now let's talk about the bad. They don't look as good as I hoped. I mean, let's face it. They can only make your muscles look good if you do in fact have some muscles. Like, they imply it hangs off your chest and hides your belly, but not all of us have a massive chest from doing bench press all day when we were younger. I do have some muscles, but let's be real, my belly hangs out in front of my chest. So if I'm not sucking in, how can it hide that? It can't. I think as long as you get the right size, they do look pretty nice, but they don't hide the fat like I hoped they would. And they have a bit of an inconsistent fit. I ordered 3, and for some reason, the black one feels way different than the others. It just feels thicker. I don't get it. It says it's the same, but it's clearly not. Also, there's inconsistent quality. I mean, look at the stitching on the black shirt. I've only washed this a few times, but it doesn't give me confidence in their overall quality control, you know? And as far as the stitching goes, it's fine, but to be honest, it's similar to t-shirts you'd buy at Walmart. I mean, check out the Fioboc shirts I reviewed a while back on my channel. That is some quality stitching right there, and guess what? Years later, those shirts are still in my rotation and they look good. When you ask the big bucks, you really need to deliver with that. The quality on these t-shirts does not scream premium to me. Now, the shirts have a tight collar, which does make my traps look big. However, it's a bit choky, like a ghost is choking you. You feel something there. I don't love the collar. You need to be careful with shrinkage too, because these shirts will shrink if you throw them in the dryer. I bought a 3-pack of True Classic shirts a few years ago, but I ordered those ones in medium. Back then I was maybe 170, 175 pounds. I'm 5'10", by the way, and right now I'm about 180 pounds. So I'm a little bigger, but not much. And this time I ordered a large. When I first got the medium, they fit at first, but they quickly shrank. This time the size is much better, even after throwing one of them in the dryer. But still, I don't recommend putting them in the dryer, and if you do, expect them to shrink on you at least a little bit. Now, the cotton poly blend, while it feels nice, kind of traps the smell. As I get older, I gravitate towards natural fabrics and don't really want to invest in synthetic materials. However, some shirts do this better than others. If you find your older clothing has a funk that you can't wash out or just starts smelling quickly after wearing it, these shirts are like that and will probably be terrible for you. Polyester, man, I get why people use it, but I'm just not a big fan. Also, the material pills. I'm not sure if that's just from cheap materials or what, because I have a lot of t-shirts and most of them don't pill, but these ones do. I don't like that. Also, I'm not confident in the collars on these shirts. Cheap shirts have collars that sag. In fact, that's probably the quality I look for on t-shirts the most when I'm judging them now, whether or not the collar will sag. I hate that bacon curl look cheap shirt collars get after a while, and these seem to be among the worst that I've found. So over the years, I've done a few different t-shirt videos on my channel and have had a number of t-shirt companies send me products. I did a video on Built t-shirts, they were pretty good. And I did another one on a company I'd never heard of called Fioboc. And since reviewing their shirts, I've actually worn a lot of their clothing. They make actual premium basics, so when I see and hear t-shirt companies like True Classic, right away I like to compare them to my Fioboc ones. I also have a lot of Nike shirts. I've had Lululemon, Gildan, Levi, Rough Dress, Gap, Old Navy, American Eagle, American Apparel, Travis Matthews, Mott & Bow, Superdry. I told you, I've got a lot of t-shirts. Is True Classic better than all of those? No. Is it better than any of those? I mean, what do you think? If I show you a number of t-shirts right now back to back to back, do you think you can tell which ones will be the True Classic ones and which ones aren't based on the fit alone? Does tightening the arms and chest of a shirt really make it hang and feel better and look better? Let's try them on. I'm going to show you a bunch of t-shirts right now of mine, and you can guess which ones are the True Classic ones. So what do you think? Do you think the True Classic ones looked better than the rest? Could you really notice or tell which ones were which? At the end of the day, if you're paying the full price for these t-shirts, and by full price, I mean their everyday sale price, They might be a bit of an underwhelming experience for you due to their inconsistent sizing, the tight collar, and overall quality control. You might get lucky and all of them might feel great, but you also might not. Also, while the blend initially feels nice, I question the longevity, and in my opinion, it just doesn't quite warrant the high price point. Even though according to them, they're
super affordable.
With that being said, I really like my black one. I don't know why it's different, but it just is. If they were all like that, it might be a different story. But that's 6 shirts I've bought from them now. Damn, that's cost me over $200. And for what? One good shirt? Well, hopefully the money I've spent will help you realize that these are just normal t-shirts at the end of the day. There's really nothing special. When I tried on all my t-shirts for that clip, I didn't particularly like wearing this one over the others. If you really want to look great in a t-shirt, you're gonna have to do a bit more than just buy shirts that are tight in the arms. You have to buy shirts that fit. A majority of their audience has never bought clothes that fit before, so when they take the time to measure themselves, then buy these shirts, they're like, holy crap, these shirts fit great. The reality is, most shirts fit great if you measure yourself properly. So you could be saving yourself a lot of money by not buying these shirts and just by buying much cheaper shirts that fit. They'll probably last just as long too. Let's be real. They have fantastic marketing, but unfortunately, their marketing is better than their quality control. I think they're actually decent shirts, and on a good sale, I'm talking about an actual sale, I think a lot of people would really like them. Look, I've had their shirts from the past, I've bought their products before. Has the quality gotten better? Honestly, I think it has a little bit, but I think I still feel the same way I did when I originally reviewed their shirts, and it's just that they overpromised and under-delivered. Do you think $30 a shirt is super affordable? I don't. Does this look way better than the other brands? Not really. I think they're hoping to be the SAXX of underwear, you know? Like for me, SAXX is all I wear. I don't even want to wear other underwear. So when they're on sale, I load up on them. I'll share my favorite SAXX in the links below in case you're curious, but sadly, I haven't found that yet with t-shirts. I wish I could tell you that these t-shirts are the tees to buy, but they're not. At least not for me. So my quest continues. I like True Classic more than I did before, but I'm not quite there yet. Maybe I'll try again in another year or two. Let's see if they listen to the feedback. What about you? Do you have a favorite t-shirt? I'm still searching for that perfect one that I can load up on. So if you have any suggestions for all of us, let us know in the comments below. And if you have tried True Classic, I'd love to know what you think. It's almost impossible to test all the t-shirts out there. There's so many. And one shirt to fit all different shapes, that's even harder still. I haven't found it yet. I guess the Fioboc might still be my best shirt for now, but if I find one better or worth talking about, I'll let you know. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. In case you're curious about my original True Classic review and how that went, you can watch that here. If you want to see my Fioboc shirt review, check that out next. See you next time on The Sad Life.